In the real world, you have millionaire professor Andrew Bass. He's a millionaire. He's a multimillionaire. He started out as a copywriter and then he scaled to being a multimillionaire. And I was making about over 2K a month. And I've just been making money every single month. And it's such a big change from doing single jobs. I got another client just last month. That's what took me to 5K.
£1,000 in less than 3 months.
Less than 3 months. There's so many different modern wealth creation methods that I never even knew existed before joining. Since I've joined, it's really opened my eyes to everything that we've never been taught growing up.
It truly is the best and most advanced educational institution on the planet. It may not be common knowledge, but these professors are not teachers by trade. They are real multimillionaires, self-made, who have accomplished amazing things in their respective fields. They do an outstanding job at putting these courses together and making them easy to digest for beginners all the way up to intermediate advanced, depending on what your skill level is and your course you're going after. They really do an incredible job of making it beginner friendly as long as you're willing to put in the work out there. The community is very inclusive, always willing to bring new people in, help them, and make sure that everyone is on the right path to success. Just being in the real world and associating with the leadership group, the higher level members, really did push me to reach out and network with some of the businesses in my area and pull in bookkeeping clients that I now have that pay my bills. And let me tell you, if you want to escape the 9 to 5, if you want to be in charge of your own future and your own destiny, there is no better place to be than the real world. Absolutely no better place to be. If you don't have money, that's totally fine. There's copywriting, there's freelancing. You don't need money to start any of those. And if all you have is a little bit of money, ecom, Amazon FBA, no excuses left to get in here.
If you put in the hours, put in the work, you will absolutely receive the results. There are verified millionaires inside the real world, and they've been chosen specifically to teach everyone in that field. And there's always new engaged students. There's people joining every single day. Inflation is skyrocketing, and there's no way out of it with the current methods that we're taught in school to give you the position of financial freedom. The access to verified millionaires has had such an exponential positive impact on myself. If you are going to base your opinion on the real world, base it on not just myself, but the 170,000 other people that are spending a monthly fee to be a part of the real world, because their ROI, their return on investment, is more than they are spending.
You know that you're getting useful information. They are telling you, do not do this, do not follow influencers, do not short just because you think the price is too high. They have experience. You know that information is legit. You can't just Google that. You're essentially paying to learn from their experiences just for a small price. I mean, why not? What do you have to lose to do that? They're pushing you to go to the gym, exercise, to conquer things outside of just sat around on the computer every day. Once you start to exercise physically and actually eat better, eat healthy, it's the combination of all these things that make you feel better and have more mental clarity. You can grab the concepts that they teach you and apply it to everything in your life. If you listen to the professors, if you ask them the questions, if you do everything as they say, there's absolutely no way that you won't make at the very least the money back that you paid for the first month.
For $50, all the value I got from Andrew, and he was updating stuff and dropping massive knowledge, just the value, the overload of value. Nothing good in life is free. And if it's free, you're going to pay for it in some way or another. Having a place where people have like-minded individuals, my growth just skyrocketed. So I would never have been able to break through in my journey if I didn't have the group of guys that are in the real world. This is the first time I could say that I've actually been happy to work constantly. Like, I'm addicted to it. I used to play video games, but that doesn't relax me anymore. What relaxes me is working on my business. I have seen people go from a $600 a month salary to now they have several thousand retainer clients.
Improve tremendously mentally, physically. My financial standing has improved. My ability to teach, my ability to speak, my ability to lead, everything has improved. The possibilities are limitless. If you were to tell me that I were to leave and not have access, I would feel lost. It's a completely different world. Once you experience it, you realize that it's so far removed from your everyday life. It's a completely different paradigm. You could tell me go to any first-class university anywhere in the world and I had to leave and not have access to the professors, the people that I've met, the connections I've made. I would tell you no. If you were to tell me $500 is what you need to put on the table every month month, just have access. I'd do it without even thinking about it. Actual multi-million-dollar mentors, it's priceless. It's priceless. You could literally go and get a personalized response to you any time of the day, any type of question. You could even go directly to Andrew Tate and ask him a question and he will answer your question. I struggle to understand how people can doubt the service and can doubt what we offer here. It's unmatched and it'll never be matched ever again. I'm willing to leave my professional job and do this full time because that's the amount of value that I see in it, not only for myself, but the value I can bring to others.
I was very lost. I didn't really know where my life would take me. I'm not from a very rich background. I never had anybody in my life who could give me like advice or show me the way. I was very naive and I was very unaware of how money can be actually generated online and how it could provide you with a level of freedom that grants you a much more fulfilling and happier life as a man. I'm basically earning the same amount of money that somebody else my age would earn from a month's wages from like a half day's worth of work. Once you get this sort of a win, like you can never go back to working a 9 to 5. This world opens up in front of your eyes about what's possible online. If you try to do something on your own, you're dabbling quite a bit in the dark. The largest benefit to the real world that is a tremendous amount of value for the money that you're paying is direct access to professors. With this community, everybody else is on a similar path and you can always feel part of a group. You always feel like you belong, that somebody else is just like you out there in a totally different part of the world, totally different background, different story, but a similar situation now with the same goals. And that can help you sort of stay on track and stay motivated to read about how other people are seeing success, how other people are trying to do the same things that you're trying to do and seeing results so that you believe that it is possible. The inspiration you get from other students, achieving the wins, achieving the results, that can give you that fuel, that can light that fire within you to keep going until you get that first win. Once you get that first money in, that's the moment when you're really hooked. The overarching power of it is that it shows you what's possible. Basically anybody around the world, anybody who has an internet connection can make it work if they just persist and they refuse to quit. That's the power of it. 13-year-old guy recently just made his like first $500 online. This guy is just crushing it. I'm really inspired by this young man. That's just one guy. I see 14, 15-year-olds crushing it in there all the time. And this guy's 13, man. 13, that's truly inspirational. It's tremendous. It can totally work out for young men as well.
In the first few months, I learned a skill, a really valuable skill, which is copywriting. The real world helped me a lot to improve my mindset. I increased my income. After a few months, I was making like 500 a month. It's not just money, it's also the iron mindset. I improve my mindset, I improve my income, I improve my shape, right? It's incredible. You're never going to find it outside the real world. Here in the real world, you have multimillionaires who you can ask questions. They can guide you to make your first 10,000 a month. You're never going to find an online school that is so cheap and the professors and everybody inside is keeping you accountable. They're your friends. These are the best professors, the best content that you can find on the internet. I think it's the best community, it's the best online school ever. I'm speaking to guys who are 13, 14 years old. I'm helping them to make money, to learn copywriting. These guys have retainers for like 2,000 to 3,000 a month. They're investing all their time. In 1 month, I see they already made their first $1,000. I've seen all these people who made 10,000, 50,000, 100,000. They bought their cars, they traveled around the world, they chartered a private jet, big money, 10,000, 50,000, 20,000, a lot of money.
It's insane how much value you will actually get. This entire process is literally just handed to you on a silver platter. If you get on a call with someone who's 13, 14, and they're a genuinely competent individual and they're very, very good at what they do, you're going to want to work with that person. It's something you don't really get anywhere else. 99% of the time, if I tagged them in that chat, the issue would go away because I had an instant answer from someone who had been there before. You don't get that anywhere else. Connecting with people who share the same mindset as you, it's very powerful as well. You see that every single day in the chats. He's posting a win, he's posting a win, he overcame this obstacle, he posted a win. It's powerful stuff. When you came in, it was still kind of like, oh, okay, is this really going to work for me? And I checked the wins channel. It was literally insane. It was crazy. I was like, how is this real? How have I never seen this before? It pushed you, really, really gave you drive. It's hard to not succeed when you have that there. It's hard not to have that mindset shift of work, be a professional, get stuff done, get paid when you're in here. It's the living and breathing ethos of the place. I have actually worked my way to a hell of a lot more freedom. I had the freedom to go about my day, do whatever I wanted, talk to whoever I wanted, go wherever I wanted. It's unbelievable. I never planned for this. If you spent 3 months in there, you were changed forever. I describe things for a living and I'm having a hard time describing things. It is insane. Just picture entrepreneurship Valhalla. That's what I would describe it as. It's insane. Spend 3 months there and tell me your life's not better.